Hi, I'm Megan Darasha. I'm a junior at West Forsyth High School, and I've been competing in DECA since my freshman year. My freshman year, I competed in the Marketing Principles individual event and was a finalist at ICDC. This past year, I competed in the Retail Merchandising individual series event and won first place at the region, state, and international level. Today, I'm going to be performing a sample retail merchandising roleplay, which can be found on DECA.org. At the end of the video, I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks that can be applied to any individual series roleplay to help make sure that you're successful this year in competition.
Just for clarification, I'm going to be playing the role of the judge in this roleplay.
Hi, I'm Megan, the district manager here at Trust Care. So I understand that we've been receiving some complaints about our online surveys about our unethical employee practices. This is a big concern for me, and today I'm here to address what we can do to not only handle these complaints, but to fix them and improve. So in order to do this, I'm going to be talking about customer and client complaints, ethics and customer relation management, employee performance and company image, actions for employees to take for the desired results, as well as a retail image. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is how we can handle customer and client complaints. So we want to make sure that we handle them professionally, and one of the ways that I want to do this is through a newsletter on our app for the store. So we're going to be using some GPS tracking. So on our app currently, it allows the customer to pick what store they shop at. So we're going to be able to send all of the customers that have selected our store as the store that they shop at. We're going to send them a newsletter addressing what we have noticed and the unethical complaints that they have received, and let them know that we're going to be handling this and that we're going to be improving and it's not going to be happening anymore. Also, I want to make sure that you can put some messages at the store by the register so that when customers check out, they know that they're no longer going to be asked to rate all fives on the scale and feel like they're pressured that they need to go and do the survey. So that's something I can email you those messages and just make sure that you put those on the register. So the biggest thing that we want to remember when we are handling customer and client complaints is that we don't just want to handle them, we want to fix them and we want to improve on them. And I think this is what's going to set Trust Care apart from all of the other drugstores in the area, all of our competition. That's going to make sure that the customers continue to choose Trust Care again and again. Next thing I want to talk to you about is ethics and customer relation management. So customer relation management, the ethics is making sure that we are trustworthy, friendly, and reliable. So we want to make sure that we meet the customer's needs and edge out our competition. So the way we can do this with ethics and customer relations goes along with the training program that I have established, as well as some of the activities that our store in the district will be participating in. So I'm going to get to those towards the end, but really what we need to make sure is that we just continue to act in a way that we are proud of, and really it's in the name, Trust Care. We want to make sure that we're trustworthy and that we care for our customers and we put their needs above ours, and that's really going to make sure that we are acting ethically and that customers come back to us again and again. So the third thing is employee performance and company image. So our brand image, like I said, is Trust Care. We're trustworthy and we care about our customers. So that's what I want to talk to you about our training program. So here it is right here. So it's called Trust Care Clienteling, and there's 5 steps to it. So it's truth, reliability, understanding, service, and timeliness. So it spells out trust. So it's really easy for all of our employees to remember. So that's really important that I want you to make sure that you can enforce that, because employee performance is really what's going to set ourselves apart. We can have the best ideas, but if our employees don't implement them and participate in the program, that we are just going to be just really another company, and that's not what we are. We are different. We really do care about our customers. So these employee actions can make sure that we can maintain our brand image. So another thing I want to talk about is just clienteling, which basically means that every time a client walks in the store, that we treat them with personal experiences. We put their needs first. So we ask them how their days go, what we can help them with, really just get to know them and make sure that they have a positive experience all around at Trust Care. So now I want to talk to you about some of the actions of employees for the desired results. So this goes along with kind of maintaining our brand image. So like I said, they need to make sure that they follow the training program and that they put customers first. So one of the things is relationship retailing, which I want to have some training programs as well with the clienteling program, but customer relation training to make sure that the customer feel like they have a relationship with Trust Care. So that's going to involve the employees being able to partake in this relationship retailing and make sure that they understand the customer and their needs, and that they can really not only meet their needs but go above and beyond and provide a community family feel in Trust Care, so that when the customer comes in, they know that they're going to be taken care of and they really feel at home, and that whatever they need, that their needs are our needs and they're always going to be met. And then also want to make sure that they have a personalized experience. So that's making sure that you can see what the customer wants and you can personalize your customer service towards them. So depending on if they need like pharmaceutical care, the pharmacist, they can really make sure that they provide a good experience. But if they're looking more for like some of the beauty and the makeup products, we can ask them what they need, allow them to sample products, and that's going to really give them a personalized experience. And this also goes along with the touch points. So basically anytime a employee interacts with a customer, whether it's online, in store, that's called a touch point. So when the customer comes in, I want to make sure that you greet them, you ask them what they need, and even when they check out, whenever you have an interaction with the customer, it needs to be positive and something that they're going to remember. So the last thing is our retail image. So our retail image is what customers see and what they feel. So what they see online needs to be the same as what they feel when they're in one of our stores. So that's called a unified brand experience. So whatever they see online is what they get when they come in our store. So that's also going on with the total retail experience, so that they know no matter where they come in contact with Trust Care, if it's our store or if it's a store across the country, they're going to get the same experience. So I also want to make sure that they know that we're more than a store and that we really care about them and we're not going to pressure them into our surveys, because that's really what we need to remember. We don't want to do that anymore, and that's going to go along with our training program and making sure that they see us as a trustworthy face in the community. So going along with that, one of the ideas I have that I'm actually going to be implementing in all the stores in our district is the district fundraiser for the YMCA. So it's called Trust Care Cares for Kids, and it's going to promote healthy lifestyles, and it's going to be a store competition based on our survey results, not individuals. So one is going to track how much funds you raise, so that'll be having the customer either give a donation at the register or round up as well. The second part is going to be making sure that they have good survey results. So there's going to be one store that wins based on however much money you raise and the highest survey results. And it's going to be a team event for the store, not based on individuals. So that's why this will alleviate the problem of the cashiers saying that they want all fives and writing their name on the receipt and making sure that the customer remembers them rather than the whole experience at Trust Care. So I think this is a really great way that we can make sure that the survey results are not unethical and that customers don't feel pressured. So do you have any questions about that, or what do you think of these ideas?
I think these are all really great ideas, very creative, and I think they will be good to implement. I will get started on that as soon as possible. I do have a couple of questions though. Should I reprimand or punish the customers that acted unethically?
No, I think the cashiers don't need to be punished, because I think that's just going to be almost like negative reinforcement. So I want to make sure that we build them up and let them know that what they're doing is unethical, but that we have new training programs in place to make sure that they fix it, and as long as they learn from their mistakes, that's all we really want of them here at Trust Care.
Should I talk to the cashiers one-on-one, or should I have a staff meeting to address the issues?
I think a staff meeting would be best, just because at Trust Care, what we are trying to portray is that we are a team. So whether you're a cashier, a pharmacist, really, or if you just stock the store, a manager, all of them, we want to meet them as, we want to get them in a meeting so that they see it as a team and that we are all trying to improve, not just a few individuals, but that we can all work together and make sure that we are improving as a team. And that also goes along with the district competition I have, of that we are just tracking the progress as a store, as a team.
And how can we encourage customers to actually complete the surveys?
So my idea is that I want to offer them possibly a 10% off or a $5 off a $25 purchase. Now I'm still working with some of the promotional team, some of their members, to get that worked out. But when I figure that out, I'm going to send that out to you. But I think having possibly some type of discount for them would really, one, help them complete the surveys and also help them come back and we'll get their business again because they have this coupon from Trust Care.
Great. Thank you so much. I think these are all really great ideas.
Okay, well, I'm really excited. I'm going to be emailing you about the training program as well as the Trust Care Cares for Kids, and I'm really excited to get started. So if you have any questions, just email me and let me know.
Thank you.
Okay, now that I've demonstrated how to do a role play, I'm going to share some tips that can be applied to any individual series event. So the first one is during my presentation, I use these little things here, and I call these like little table tents. So on the front, you put the KPI, and then on the back, you put like any notes you have or any ideas that you have to remember. So this is something actually my advisor shared with me. He said the Canadians do it. So if the Canadians did it, I was like, I gotta do it too, because they're always super successful at competition. So that really helped me like organize my thoughts. However, they don't work for everyone. So the biggest thing is just find a strategy that works for you and get really familiar with that and comfortable. So make sure that once you like pick a strategy that you want to use, you practice with it. So that way when you go into your actual role play, you already have a game plan and you know what you're going to do. The next is that you should probably use some visuals to stand out. So one of the things I had is in my role play, I had this little acronym. So this was about the training process I was going to use. And then I also had a little flyer for a fundraiser, a little public relations activity. So something that I found is visuals really like help you stand out, and they make the judges remember you more because your creative ideas, more than just having them as words, you can leave the visuals with them, and they'll they'll remember the ideas that you had. So the next one is use vocab and trends. So some of the vocab I used in my role play was like relationship retailing, clienteling, unified brand experience. So this is really easy to do. If you just Google mine, it was retail, so I just said retail trends and buzzwords, and then I made a Quizlet, and I would just pull it out whenever I had any free time and study it. And I think that's what really helped set me apart from a lot of the other competition. Is just having a little like insight about some of those trends will help know what you're doing more and set you apart from your other competitions and make the judges remember you more. Another thing, have fun and be confident. That's why I like role plays, is because you get to be creative and have fun, and it's just, for me, it's a really fun thing, and I always go and feel confident, and that's the best tip I can give you, is just have confidence and act like you know what you're doing, even if you don't, and that's really gonna help you stand apart from all your other competition. And then the one thing I've been saying is stand apart from your competition. So the best way you can do this is just be creative and think outside the box. So in my role play, what the purpose was is that I was there to address the unethical surveys with the store manager. However, I introduced some public relations activities and still related it back to that purpose. So if you can do that and come up with a few like go-to ideas you have and just relate it back to that purpose every time, that's really going to help you stand out, because I think especially at ICDC, that's the one thing that my judge really liked, and he said, I really like that you didn't just focus on the KPIs, but that you expanded and that you gave other ideas that kind of related, but it was more creative because no one else had those ideas. So those are a few things you can kind of play around with and see which ones you like and what works with you. And then once again, just make sure that you practice, and that way when you go in, you know what you're doing and you're not caught off guard by anything, and you can go in and be confident and really be ready for your role play.